Hi, my name is Dr. Richard Hillsden, and you're watching my channel, Knife Skills. This channel is about healthcare, but it's also about critical thinking. How can we think better? And I'm asking the question today, is it better to give than it is to receive? You see, the answer to that lies in the Ben Franklin effect. The reason why it's a cognitive bias is that it's counterintuitive. In fact, in many cases, it's better to get a favor than it is to give one. Ben Franklin described in his autobiography a story about when he was running for an elected position in an organization. And during the election, there was a prominent person that spoke against him, was a rival. Ben ended up winning the election, but he recognized this person was someone of value, and he wanted to win that person over. So how did he do it? Well, Ben Franklin was known for his taste in literature, and this particular person had a book that he was interested in. So he wrote to the person and asked to borrow the book. It was a simple favor, but the person thought about it and lent Ben Franklin the book. Ben read it and returned it with a thank you note. And from then on, the two of them were close friends and allies through the rest of their careers. So we have to ask ourselves, what's going on here? And the answer to this is this concept of cognitive dissonance, this idea of a difficulty in resolving your behaviors and your thoughts. You see, this particular rival of Ben Franklin's clearly had some negative thoughts about him. He spoke against him publicly. And yet, when Ben asked him for a favor, he chose to do it. And from then on, they were friends. Why? Because in order for him to act on the favor, he had to think of Ben Franklin in a positive light. Otherwise, this behavior and this thought would not reconcile. And so, in so many ways, by asking for a small favor from someone, especially a favor they can do without too much cost to them, the thoughts toward you become favorable. Now, for sure, you can ask for big favors that are imposing and difficult and frustrating for that person, and that will cause negative thoughts. But a small favor that they can do easily would have to be accompanied with a positive thought towards you in order for them to act in that favor. And simple things like, let's say you have a friend who is well connected in the hospitality community in your city, and you're interested in going out for dinner. Maybe they have a connection at that restaurant. By simply asking them for advice or possibly asking them for maybe a connection to that restaurant so you can get a table would be a small thing that they could do. It would be within their area of knowledge and in their area of pride and expertise. And they can offer that favor for you. But in order for them to do that, they have to think of you positively. And in so many ways, relationships are the exact same way. By asking for small little favors that you can do, you can actually strengthen the relationship you have with people. Now, in Ben Franklin's case, he went so far to say that if you oblige someone through a favor you do for them, that actually might have them have negative thoughts. And that makes sense too, because people hate owing anything to anyone else. We talk about debt in our society and the problems of it. It's all related to owing something to someone else. It's all about a future obligation. So very often, when you do a kind gesture for someone, especially when you're offering a kind gesture, the concern that might be in someone's mind is they might owe you something after, even if it's not true. So in many cases, you're better off getting the favor for you than you are for them. And guess what? Your relationship with that person is better for it. And of course, this is counterintuitive. And that is why this is a powerful cognitive bias that it's worthwhile for you to internalize and recognize so you can act and behave better in your own life. Thanks for listening. Check out some of the other videos I've done on cognitive biases, and I'll see you next time I have some fresh content.